Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambeau channel. Anxiety is a bit high right now for crypto market participants, and I understand why. My anxiety is not high. I feel fantastic right now. Incredible opportunity is right in front of us, and a top XRP analyst notes this anxiety and says, look, the blow-off top is coming, and it's going to make people insanely rich. Now, that is something I firmly do believe. And for me, it's not a question of if, it's a question of when. And I don't know exactly when, but structurally, I know that we're towards the tail end of this market cycle, so the best, most funnest part of all of this is about to get here. So I want to talk about that, and also, I want to share this article with you this will be towards the tail end of the video, but from the Daily Hodl. On-chain data shows Bitcoin supply will not be able to meet demand. And that's from a Glassnode co-founder. Not only that, stablecoins, which have been sitting on the sidelines, entering the space, snatching up some Bitcoin. So there's all sorts of indications that things are moving. Ultimately, it's setting up for the right direction. Before going any further, though, I do want to be clear that I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say are right. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby, just for fun. That's all that's going on here, damn it. Now, at the time I'm recording this, the market, a little bit of red, a little bit of green. I'm scrolling through the top 50 coins. If you happen to look at your screen, you can see that. I don't know, it's about halvesies, and whether it's green or red over the last 24 hours. So about flat here. And I guess for reference, I can tell you it is currently 3:21 a.m. on Wednesday, September the 29th. And yes, I did say a.m. because I can do what I want. You know what? I'm not married, and I don't have any children, or at least not that I'm aware of anyway, so I can record whatever the hell I want. That's what I'm doing here. Anyway, XRP as I record this, 92 cents, Bitcoin at $42,373, market cap at $1.9 trillion, and Bitcoin dominance at 41.62%. And market, not so happy. Not so happy. How are the lemmings feeling out there? The typical retail speculators. Well, here's the Crypto Fear and Greed Index. They're feeling even worse than yesterday. Yesterday, we entered, that's more precise, they entered extreme fear, noting that on the Crypto Fear and Greed Index, they're at 25 out of 100. We've dropped another point today, dropping down to 24 out of 100, indicating that market participants are in extreme fear. And I'm just sitting here like, you're a bunch of silly gooses, because I'm telling you, we're going to have this freaking blow-off top. It's inevitable, and all this short-term price action doesn't happen. And it's just whatever's happening in the moment, it never ceases to amaze me. It really doesn't. Whatever's happening in the moment, it's going to do that forever. You're going to feel the corresponding emotions in whatever direction's happening in the moment, and then you're going to emotionally choose to buy or sell or whatever. Yay. And then I always think back to, because I've been here almost 4 years. In November, I've been here in the crypto space 4 years. And I think back to the bottom of the bear market after the last bubble inflated and popped, and I think about how the market cap, I remember seeing it like at 175 billion, and now I see that it's at 1.9 trillion, and there are people fearful today. Jeez, humans, I tell you, humans, we're an interesting bunch, aren't we? Take a look at this tweet from Chart Analyst DIY Investing. Q4 will be life-changing for crypto holders. Anxiety is setting in, but I have the charts that will put all fear to rest. The blow-off top is coming, and we are about to get insanely rich. Yeah, and so if you're not the type to subscribe to this type of thinking, tell me, are you actually of the mindset that this time will be different? What about this time makes it reasonable to suspect that this will be different? The first time we're not going to see an alt season in a bull cycle. The first time ever. We're not going to see a blow-off top for the first time ever. Well, I'll tell you what, to me, there are a number of ways you can measure this. And I'm going to talk about on-chain metrics in a second for Bitcoin, because those are telling, and Bitcoin leads the market, so it matters for everybody in crypto, certainly including XRP holders. But even outside of that, look at how the humans are behaving. Yes, I'll talk about on-chain metrics in a moment, but look at how the humans are behaving. Just as silly and ridiculously as they were in 2017, nothing has changed in terms of human behavior. You don't think money's going to cycle through just like it did in 2017 and the market cycle before that in 2013? Like, you don't think that's going to happen? Because I'll tell you what, I sure as hell do. I think it's inevitable. I don't know for sure if it'll be Q4. Maybe DIY investing is right. He very well could be. But even if it goes into 2022, well, whatever. It's almost October already. I will wait. I'm not going to cry over, oh, like, think about all these people out here. I want my Lambo now. I want my millions of dollars now. I can't wait another 2 or 3 months. And I'm like, you adult children, stop it. Everything's great out there. I just don't see the reason to feel all scared out there. Oh, I wanted to highlight this tweet because this is interesting. And actually, I would love for all of you listening, if you are in a position where you could actually comment, I'm very curious. What are you guys doing with your Songbird tokens? Because they're out, you can claim them. Now, I know a lot of you don't have access to them because you were claiming, you intended to claim your Spark tokens via an exchange, which is supporting the airdrop from Flare. But for those of you that, actually anybody can answer, because even if you haven't gotten it yet, once you do get them, tell me what you're going to do. Here's what I want to know. Do you intend to hold your Songbird tokens, because those have already been released? And again, I understand that not everybody has access to them, depending on where you had your XRP at the time of the snapshot in December. But is it your intent to sell them, or have you sold them, or are you going to keep them seeking higher highs? And so chart analyst Credible Crypto shared the following, and I just found it fascinating. There's no right or wrong answer. I'm just legitimately curious as to what y'all are going to do. But here's what Credible Crypto said. Cashed out my Songbird tokens, SGB, to get more ammo to buy this dip. Pretty crazy to think that Songbird was announced just a couple months ago. Totally unexpected, and is translated into the biggest airdrop I have ever received. Literally free money. And best of all, the Spark token drop is next month. Yeah, exactly. So I think a lot of people are looking at it that way, and I don't have a problem with that. If you're intent to just dump it, whatever, it's given to you free, you're under no obligation to keep it, but some people are going to want to keep it. And so for me, I'm going to go ahead and spin the wheel. I don't know what to expect with this, but it is free, and so for me, it's like, even if this doesn't go well, I'm like, easy come, easy go. You know, like that's kind of my outlook here. So I think more likely than not, and there's no way to know for sure, but like I keep saying, last market cycle, the whole market, like every coin went parabolic, right? Everything, the hockey stick chart, yeah, all of them, they looked identical. And I'm anticipating that to happen again, and I'm anticipating, as a result, that the Songbird token and the Spark token are going to behave the same. So for me, I'm just going to kind of like spin the wheel, see what happens, and hold it, and if it becomes worth an absurd amount of money, maybe I'll be enticed to sell. And if I don't feel enticed to sell, then okay. But I don't plan on selling this to buy something else. That's not personally what I'm going to do. Nothing against anybody that wants to do that. That's perfectly fine. That's what Credible Crypto did. But for me, when I sell a crypto, that means I'm out of the market. It's off to the sidelines, and I don't plan on re-entering a position once I've sold until we're at close to the bottom of the bear market, or at least I think that we're reasonably close to the bottom. That's a rule I set for myself. It's just, I'm being strict about that. I want to make sure I get profits. That's why. So I'm very strict with myself on that. I haven't sold anything, but as soon as I do, that money's out. And so, but yeah, absolutely. I plan on purchasing every crypto under the freaking sun as soon as this market bottoms, once we're back in a bear market, and it's going to be a blast. And not many people will be paying attention. I hope you'll be around for the ride listening to this, because that's the most important time to pay attention. But most people will have exited by then. I'm just like, all right, fool, see you in 4 years when you buy the top again. Just like, what did you do? You do you. But anyway, somebody asked Credible Crypto, so you are thinking other coins will rise harder than Songbird? ? Incredible Crypto wrote, I just have more confidence in other coins since Songbird is so new, and it's hard for me to determine its value/worth based off the knowledge I have. It could perform better, who knows? Yeah, and so fair enough. And for me, I'm not considering the fundamentals even. I'm considering that the market moves in tandem. That's it. This is not a sophisticated equation for me. I'm just counting on humans being ridiculous. That is it. Honestly, that is it. And I bet I'll be right. I bet humans are going to be completely absurd, and that's why I just wanted to make sure that that's what my plan for several years, is to get positioned before the irrational humans come back and want to buy everything at supremely inflated levels. Like that's been my strategy. They were too afraid to buy during the bear market when I was purchasing, and good luck out there. Here's a tweet from chart analyst Michael Vandepop. The Bitcoin market cycle isn't done. It might feel like it, but it's not. Because it feels like done, it's giving you a great opportunity to buy the dip. as often you'll be feeling uncomfortable to take a position. Scaling in here is fine. And so the concept of this is not lost on me. When everything feels scary, like right now, the market's in extreme fear, historically that's when it's the best opportunity to purchase. And so I'm not telling you to buy or sell or hold anything. You do whatever you want. I'm just saying that if it feels bad to purchase, that's usually a good time to do it. If it feels good to purchase, that's usually a bad time to do it. Because when it feels safe, when everybody else is doing it, everything's validated. Well, how much has the crypto asset run up then? And how much of it is actually left? Is it going to have legs for much longer? Probably not. And then there's this from chart analyst Michael Vanderpop. A big alt season is upon us. Still. Choose your picks wisely. Enjoy the run. Take profits. Move on. Yes, so as far as choosing the picks wisely, I'm sitting here thinking like, what? Because the humans out there that are going to act completely absurd about this, they're not going to choose wisely. Money's just going to cycle through. So I kind of disagree with them on just that one little bit. The rest of it makes sense. Yes, alt season upon us, agree. Enjoy the run, yup. Take profits, oh, absolutely. Move on. Actually, you have to tell me what you mean by that. I mean, I'll pause my crypto purchasing for a while, you know, and then I won't be buying or selling, you know, for a while. But once the market plummets back down, which will probably take about a year, then I'll start scaling back in for sure here. But yes, like choosing your picks wisely, like, that's going to matter more in a world where fundamentals matter. But today, in 2021, humans have decided they just don't give a damn about fundamentals here. All right, take a look at this. This is from chart analyst Will Clemente. I've got a tweet from just the other day and one from July 24th, and that's the one I'm going to cover first. July 24th tweet. There's still a lot of capital that has been sitting on the sidelines and just now starting to flow back in. And then he's got this chart showing a Bitcoin stablecoin supply ratio. Right? And then he updated it just the other day. Update on this post from July. Continuing to see stablecoins flow back into the market. And here's the chart that he shared. And it's not surprising that as the market was heading to the downside beginning May 19th, it's not surprising that a lot of money exited the market. People are taking profits. And it's not surprising that also a lot went into stablecoins. But now that the market is where it is, it looks like people are noticing, how about that? Looks kind of like a bottom. And it's the stable coins are entering the market again. I mean, they're technically in the market. You get what I'm saying, though. It's, flowing into Bitcoin, cryptos, whatever. And that's not the only thing that's happening. Take a look at this from the Daily Hodl. On-chain data shows Bitcoin supply will not be able to meet demand. So says Glassnode co-founder. The co-founder and chief technical officer of the crypto analytics firm Glassnode says on-chain data shows that Bitcoin is headed straight for a supply crunch. The firm's latest data shows nearly 2 million Bitcoin has shifted from short-term to long-term holders since April of this year. Glassnode's Raphael Schultz-Kraft says the data clearly shows supply will not be able to match demand. So let me pause there. That, I believe, I mean, he's just looking at on-chain analytics here. When he says that, just to be clear, supply will not be able to match demand. And so at these levels, there's not enough Bitcoin for everybody, but what will happen as a result? The price. So too many people chasing too little Bitcoin results in the price going up. This is not rocket science. Like, we're still in a bull market. Glassnode defines a long-term holder as any Bitcoin user who has held onto their Bitcoin for at least 155 days. Crypto analyst Will Clemente is also diving into new data on the state of Bitcoin supply. He says Bitcoin supply crunch ratio, which is another metric tracking the amount of Bitcoin held by strong hands versus weak hands, is showing a bullish divergence. Clemente notes that the current level of on-chain activity is similar to what happened in June and July, right before the largest digital asset by market cap saw an August surge. And he says he's also seen similar negative sentiment in replies to his tweets, which he views as another positive sign of what's to come. Yeah, I view that too. So like the more I see people, within the last, when did the market start coming back? From when it was around $29,000. The days just fly by. I was like, has it been a month yet? I feel like all the days blur together, so I could be like disastrously off on that. But whenever it started running up from like $29,000, like that bottom, that is when I noticed And it was kind of still, I mean, it was still a minority of people, but even in the comment section of my YouTube videos, there's like more people than normal being like, Moonland, but when are you going to give up? When are you going to admit that we're in a bear market, this or that? And when you see that sentiment, because that was the popular sentiment at the time, when you see that and you see how fearful the market was, I was just like, yeah, I guess we're probably close to the bottom. You got this many people this fearful, not knowing what the hell they're talking about. It's just the big groupthink thing. Yeah, because whatever happens in the moment, that's just going to do that forever because reasons. That's exactly what it is right here. And so it's kind of like the concept here that William Clemente is talking about here. All the negative sentiment, this and that, like the masses are wrong all the damn time. So there you go. Take that for what it's worth. But I'll go ahead and wrap up here. I am not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.